I thought this time would be different. I promised this time I wouldn't fail myself. And for a while, I didn't. Then I watched it all crumble in front of my eyes. Free fall. Hi, this is Lova, and welcome back to Lova's Corner. This is a digital space where we talk everything self-improvement, faith, growing, thriving, and not just the usual aesthetic stuff that you see online. This is the raw, true, unfiltered stuff that not many people want to face and want to talk about. So that's why I'm here. A bit of sass never hurt anybody. Guys, I failed miserably. I literally jinxed it. You guys remember January, right? I was explaining to you guys that I was gonna do this, I was gonna do that, I was setting this goal, that goal. Well, I was so motivated in January. I was filming every day, I was praying every day, I was literally on top of my goals. I was doing everything. I've missed probably one day, and this is some evidence of how it was going. Really record because guys, when I'm telling you I was the queen of productivity, discipline, and organization, I didn't even recognize who that was, but that was me. I even made a video like end of January where I was reflecting on the month, and I couldn't even recognize myself.
Staying so disciplined for that long? That couldn't be me.
Why the sarcasm? Because I fell hard, guys. I fell so hard. I fell on my belly, on my back, on my head. I fell in... Oof, you're gonna see. No, I just... I'm having a rough start of February. I can't lie to you guys. 1 minute I was here, and the next moment I was down here, guys. Like, it was terrible. I stopped doing everything that made me feel good. I stopped taking care of my body, food, exercising, going back to old habits, going back to junk food, going back to not being organized, going back to wasting my time, going back to old ways, because I was finally coming out of my old habits, and my old self was like, this doesn't look like you. I think you're a bit uncomfortable here. Let's get you right back to where you feel comfortable, cozy, good, and where you don't really have to think about growing. So I didn't even realize how, but I just fell back into, like, not one habit, like all the habits together, all the habits that I was trying to shed, all the habits that I was trying to avoid, all of them at the same time, they just came back, and I had no power to fight back. I just literally let it be. And I don't know how this happened, guys, but this is the raw, unfiltered truth. It happens, and it will happen many times, and there's nothing wrong with it. But what we need to know is that we have a choice. I wasn't really open about this, in the channel, because we're still getting to know each other, but sometime last year, probably like end of summer, I had this urge to start getting close to God. And I come from a Christian family, but we were not on fire. Like, we would go to church and stuff like this, but religion wouldn't be the main thing in my family, right? So it was a bit weird for me to feel this call, to feel this sensation where I wanted to, like, read a Bible. I wanted to go to church. So I kept investigating this. So I did it the way I knew. It wasn't perfect, but I felt it, and I followed this urge, and I'm happy that I did. But I do think that January was the best month in terms of faith, because I was praying every day, and I was learning how to pray. I was learning how to open my heart to God. I was learning how to ask God for things to happen in my life, and they were happening. They were happening, guys, because I was doing everything. Like, I would ask God for strength, and I would take the action. You can't ask something and not initiate the action, because it's not going to work that way, okay? So what I realized is that in February was a month where I completely distanced myself from faith. And I think that was the most painful part, because it wasn't just me going back to my old ways, but it was me going back to my old demons, like mentally, that I wasn't worthy, that I would never succeed, that why was I trying to be somebody that I'm not, what was I trying to be, an influencer, a YouTuber, a trader, a faithful person, a healthy person, like all these things like were living in my brain day and night. And that was the part that made it even harder for me to try breaking these habits. And that's how one day became two, how 2 days became a week, and that's how a week became a month. And then I realized that Lent was coming up, like this period of redemption, this period of sacrifice for Christians. So I felt that this was my chance, because I had God in my heart and I knew I needed God, but I felt so bad with the actions and with the lack of actions that I didn't feel worthy of going back. Like, this is some really deep talk, guys. So to be honest, this channel is evolving at the same rate as I am evolving. So at this point, I don't really know exactly to tell you right now the exact specific topics we will be discussing, but faith is growing stronger in my life. Like, it's becoming a very important part in my life, and self-development has always been one of my main interests. So probably these two things will merge. Because one thing I realized is that the Bible is the ultimate self-development book. All the books that I've read, that you probably read as well because you're into self-development, the Bible already talked about all of this. It talks about anger management. It talks about discipline. It talks about believing in your dreams. It talks about taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, taking care of others, loving others. Like, don't judge, don't complain, don't gossip. Like, all of these things are very important principles that I learned in personal development from other books. Everything that I mentioned and more is present in the Bible. So I think we will have a discussion about this another day. But March came around and I was literally fighting with myself that this was my chance to get close to God again and let go of my bad habits, because they were literally destroying me. So I realized, guys, that at all points in our lives, in every moment, any given moment, there are two people. There is your good side and then is your bad side. Like, there is the easy side and there is the complicated side. There is the short-term side and there is the long-term side. So I just want to show you like a visual comparison of what that means.
Shopping literally came through this matching bag and he I used to believe
I realized that both of these Lorenas were present in me at any given point. But it is up to me to be able to discern which one I want to choose, which one I want to be. Do I want to carry on being the Lorena that is defeated by her own habits and is defeated by her own thoughts, and the only thing she can do is just roll with it? Or do I want to be the Lorena that understands that there's going to be hardships, that understand that hardships are good, hardships are supposed to make you stronger, and that there are going to be things that you don't feel like doing now, but they are crucial for the tomorrow. The thing I want to ask you now is, I know you've been through the same thing. I know you've tried to, take your habits, change them, build new ones. And I know you failed as well. You might be still on track, you might be not, but I know you have days, weeks, months, like my February and my January. And I want you to accept that you have both of these personalities in you. But that's the hard part, is for you to wake up every day and make a choice. Which part of you do you choose? The one that is happy now and thinks short term and just does things to, please themselves in the short term and then suffer in the long term because you haven't thought about the future and how all of these actions are going to add up in the future? Or do you want to be the person that understands that long-term success is so much more better than short-term pleasure, and you're able and disciplined enough to just do the thing that you're supposed to do, pick yourself up again. It doesn't matter how long you've been in a rut. It doesn't matter if you've been in a rut since 1st of January and you see this today. Today is a perfect day for you to say enough. I'm tired. This is not me. This is not who I want to be, and I'm going to act differently. I just want to leave you with one last thought. What is one thing you can do now, you can do today, so you choose to be the right person for you? What is it? What are you going to do? You must do something. I give you the motivation. I give you the inspiration. God gives you the idea, but you got to take the action. You got to take the action. You gotta take the action. Go take the action. Don't think it. Just do one thing. Start. Go take the action. Do it. I really hope I'll see you here sooner and more often, because I'm really enjoying this right now. And yeah, see you soon. They both live in me. The one who builds and the one who destroys. But today, I choose the one who returns.